Your Toyota BC dealers presents BC Outdoors Sport Fishing.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Hot fish. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Come on, Heather. Oh, we got a quad.
With your host, Mike Mitchell.
Oh, he's coming this way, no.
BC Outdoors Sport Fishing is brought to you by Rapala, Yamaha, Freshwater Fisheries Society of BC, Port Boathouse, and the Pacific Salmon Foundation.
Awesome.
I don't see them this color in any other lakes. And he's in it again. That's a big one. Oh yeah, that's a beauty.
Look at the size of that trout. How you doing?
I'm good. Good to see you, Mike.
Yeah, good to see you too, Cary. All right, folks. This is Cary Parsons from Blackwater Guiding. Cary, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you.
So we got something special today. We've been talking about this for a little bit and planning this trip, and I'm super excited because we're on a private body of water and there's nobody on the water right now. And we're gonna have an opportunity over the next day and a half, 2 days to target some rainbows, right? So first of all, let's tell the viewers where we are first.
Well, we're a half hour outside of Merritt, or a half hour outside of Princeton. We're on 7.5 Diamond Ranch, which is just a fabulous facility. And we've got beautiful Batstone Lake behind us,
Great.
full of massive rainbow trout.
And you got your place, which is just one ranch basically over, and Jim and Heather own this place.
Yes,
And they've offered us up to us to go and take part in this fishery, right?
absolutely, yeah.
So this is good. So what can we expect on this lake? I've heard stuff, I've heard the myths, I've seen some pictures. You got to tell the viewers what we can expect.
Well, they're big fish, they're energetic fish, and there's lots of them. We're gonna be fishing 2 days, a couple different ways. Indicators, some deep lines, stripping some odd kind of leeches, maybe not everyone has used before.
Yeah.
But generally it's fall fishing. It can be hit and miss, but I think we'll do good. We got a couple days, so we should do all right.
Awesome. Well, you know, we can stand here, talk, admire the saloon. I wouldn't mind going in there and getting a drink or something, but I think we should get the boat unwrapped and we should go on the water. Cause I think I saw a few splashing around the shallows there, so we probably hit it, right?
Yeah, let's go catch some fish.
All right, sounds good. Well, that's not bad. Saw some fish moving. Just had to make a quick move in here, right? That's beautiful fish. So we're up at 7.5 Diamond Ranch here. Cary, this is one of the bodies of water you guys guide on, right? Where else are you guys involved in too?
Behind us, there's 5 spectacular lakes.
Yep.
One is called Hook Lake.
Yep.
Another one is Dead Man.
Yep.
Another one is Prosser Lake.
Okay.
And then there's Missoula Lake, which is great, and
Lots
Bluey.
of bodies of water around here.
Yes, there's many.
And then do you guide anywhere else? You guide other places too, aside from freshwater stuff here too, right?
Yes. We do saltwater,
Yeah.
we do sturgeon, we do steelhead, we do it all.
This is a good fish.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Gorgeous. And what prime seasons for you? When are you usually full on?
Full on, it starts early up here, so the end of April traditionally.
Yeah.
And then the fall, it gets
Yeah,
awesome.
Of course, this is when we're doing this right now. And this is a unique fishery because we're only fishing basically in 2 or 3 feet of water here with a 1 or 2 foot leader and really, and a white microleech. I've never seen a white microleech before.
Nope.
First cast in, right? Bang.
Look at the pink on that fish.
Let's go, awesome.
Oh yeah, look at the colors on this thing. Look at the
Gorgeous.
pinks.
Yeah, beautiful.
Doesn't get any more beautiful than that.
Very neat. Well, that's good. Well, we know we're in here, so I'll get my rod back up and we'll catch some more.
Yes.
Nice job. Hey, just had to go through my fly box to get one,
I
huh?
had to. That was 3 strips and got them.
Awesome. Did you see him moving in there, or you just kind of blind cast?
I just
or?
threw it in there.
Yeah. These are neat. The colors on these fish are pretty cool.
They are. This is absolutely an average fish for this lake.
Yeah. We're starting to see them. We're seeing some fish moving and swimming below us, and there's some beautiful fish. There's the colors on them just from the color of the water, or the muddy bottom probably, and all that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I don't see them this color in any other lakes.
No. Where'd you get that one on then? What'd you switch over to?
What did you call that thing? A cruncher?
A little
caddis emerger?
Yeah, okay, nice.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Closed captioning is fueled by the Sport Fishing Institute of BC.
Nice. Let's get a little fish. Let's ice. That would have been.
That was last fall's release.
Yeah.
Yeah, he released 1,200 last fall.
Well, you could tell how big they've.
Yeah, that was 8 inches last year.
Yeah. Jim and Helen, who own the ranch here that we're at, and like I could see their houses right there. Beautiful log cabin and the saloon and whatever else they got going on here. I just got so much cool stuff here.
It's such an awesome spread.
Yeah.
Whether you're a fisherman or a horse person, or
Yeah.
you just want to hike and check out the eagles and the ducks, it's got
Yeah.
it all here.
Yeah. The place we're staying are these bunkhouses they just developed. They were actually super nice. Like better than some of the houses I've seen around.
Yeah, they're
like
beautiful.
Really done. And then so with this lake here, he's done a stocking program over the years here, right? And how many fish approximately does he put in every year?
Well, he's trying to find the magic number where you can still keep the fish size up. So this year he put 600 in only.
Yeah.
But last year he put 2,000 in.
And all these are Penasque rainbows.
Yes.
Triploids are going in now, so which means they're going to grow nice and big.
Yes.
There we go. That's a beautiful color. That's a beautiful, healthy, conditioned fish.
1-year-old triploid.
Nice fish. Beautiful fish.
See you later, little
And
buddy.
gone. I think I might want to catch fish now. I've had enough watching.
Learning with the pros. Brought to you by your Toyota BC dealers.
Here's some tips that I like to do before I head out on the season trips, whether it's first one, 15th one, last one, doesn't matter. This is so important, a little checklist I have in my mind that I use before I trailering anything. Start at the back of the truck and work your way to the back of the boat is a quick thing that I like to do too. Okay, so what I've done here is we've already got the boat hooked up onto the receiver here. Throw a padlock on, make sure the pin's locked in there, locked in place so it doesn't pop up. Crossing your chains, something that's really important I've found in the past, having those chains locked. If the receiver does pop off or the trailer pops off the receiver, so to say, it's got something nice to rest on. It won't be digging in the ground and causing huge problems. It'll rest there and you're able to stop and get it taken care of properly. Plug lights in, make sure the lights are working. I just got the hazards on for now and we'll go down back and check those to make sure. But again, I'm just going from the back of the truck to the back of the boat here. Okay, the wheel's all locked into place. Boat is secured in with a safety chain. The strap's tightened up here. Okay, moving further back, make sure the boat's locked in place. Spare tires are super important. Make sure you got a spare tire with you at all times. Nothing worse than having a flat on the side of the road and not having a tire to place it with. Speaking of replacing the tire, most tire irons in the vehicles that come out won't fit your trailer. So make sure you check that before. The Toyota one happens to fit my trailer nicely, so I got lucky. But I've been on other trips where they don't fit on different boats, and nothing worse than having a flat tire, no tire iron even to change it with, right? Moving back again, bearings are serviced at least once every 2 years. If you're in saltwater, just double check them, make sure that the salt water doesn't get in. And if you have any issues, any play or anything in the tire, get those bearings done. Again, you don't want to blow a bearing coming off the highway here. Okay, like I said, I got the hazard lights on right now and I can see from here that both hazards are working. Okay, I'm just gonna walk up to the front of the truck. I'm gonna flip on the right and left turn signal and go from there. So last but not least is make sure you're covering up your assets here. Get a nice cover for the boat, one that you can actually store and also one that you can trailer with as well too. Lots of buckles and stuff to make sure it's tight. You're gonna keep the moisture, the rocks, the gravel, the sand, the dirt, for the majority, you're gonna keep it off your boat. And also too, if you can get yourself a motor cover, for all of you that send in pictures to the magazine, we like to have a nice clean looking boat, so it's always important too if you wanna get in the magazine. For more tips like this, check us out on a future episode.
Pulling hard.
we were just flipping over. We were just gonna go somewhere else. Get under the weeds. Yeah. You got him?
Is he wrapped in it all, or is he still there? Gone. Wrap broke me off in him. Oh, he's still there.
Oh, you got him out of the weeds.
Yeah.
Looks like a bass coming up.
This one looks like a Fraser Valley. He's got so many spots on him.
So he just wrapped himself in the weeds. That's happened a couple times today.
And he's in it again.
Oh, look at the spots on him.
Yeah, this one's got lots of spots on him. That's a big one.
That's good. Nice. You were just pulling in just to
Yeah,
to move.
that was the last ditch effort right there. Oh yeah, that's a beauty.
Oh, look at that. Gorgeous.
That's a beauty, eh?
Nice. Beautiful spots on that thing.
Gorgeous. I feel fortunate to live right next door to such an awesome lake.
No kidding. Well, I think it's my turn now. I'm tired of watching you catch fish.
Yeah, it's been a few, man. You're due. That's a little guy.
That's all right, though. I'd take one of those right now. Where's your buddies?
And look at the size of the spots on this one.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Look at the pinks in them, though. I just love that.
I don't think I've ever seen trout like that.
No, it's only here. See you later, little guy.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Fish on. Let's get back to BC Outdoor Sport Fishing.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's got some shoulders, big head shakes. Oh, I just got one too.
Double header.
Yeah.
This guy's not too big, but
This one's a little
we were
too
just talking.
gone.
We were just talking about that though. How this is an exciting way to fish, right? You get those fish on the. They take so hard when that thing's ripping through the water, right? And this technique we use a lot with boobies, and we're using this white leech pattern and just stripping as fast as we can. What is that? 3 casts in?
Yeah.
Nice start to day 2. It's gorgeous. Look at the spots. You always forget what it's like to catch trout. Spend a whole summer. I do this every fall. I spend a whole summer catching salmon, right? And then you come in and think, oh, I gotta go catch small trout on the thing. But when you gear up for them properly, like a 6-weight or a 5-weight fly rod, they're awesome, right? Yeah. See, normally I can get my hand around these trout. This one's got some shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Beauty. And gone. Nice. All right. Back at it.
Yep.
That would have been neat to get that double header in.
Oh, that didn't take
Oh,
long.
I just had to take 2.
I didn't even strip that. He took it on the fall.
Nice. Just as you got it when I hit one too there.
There's probably a little school of them cruising around
Yeah.
here. Well, that's not a bad little
That's good
2-pounder.
fish, yeah.
This is last year's catchable Jim put in right there.
Oh, wow. Beautiful. That's got a good growth rate then. If that's last year's catchable, that's pretty good.
There's no shortage of feed in this lake, that's for sure.
No. I've never fished something like this ever, but it's the same principle as a booby fly, I'm pretty thinking, right? Just an attractor pattern. They're biting out of aggression, out of whatever, right? But
And
with
it's bright and flashy down there.
Yeah. It's a good ship, lollipop. Oh, look at that. Oh, I just pulled it out of its mouth.
It was right there.
He was huge.
Followed it right up.
Just as I was gonna recast it, if I would have paused, I would have had him. That'll be a catchable from last year, right?
Yes.
And how did you get that one? What kind of stripping were you doing? Fast again, really fast, or just pauses, or?
I had just started, 2 pulls. Yeah.
So it was following it probably down, and just a little guy.
They sure give it their all. Oh, get in there. Who's the goof on the net? There we go.
Beauty. That was a little bit of different. I was doing pauses.
Were you? And he took it
Yeah.
on the drop.
Yeah, pausing off of each one. They fight great.
They got good shoulders in
Yeah.
there. There's no shortage.
Look at that.
That's a good one, couple pounder.
Yeah, beautiful.
See, there's the trout.
Oh yeah, it's like this one's a little bit brighter too, huh?
That's a nice trout.
Yeah, just buckled right over too. Look at that rod bend. That's a 6 weight. That's a bigger fish than I thought, man.
Yeah, it's a nice.
He's
fat
full
one.
control.
do
he's
what he
in
wants to do.
control. Wow.
Nice fish.
Look at the size of that trout.
That's a beauty.
Bad release.
Nice fish, Mike.
Oh, and gone.
Yeah, he's sitting right there. You could
Wow.
have re-netted him. Couldn't even get your hand around him,
I
eh?
couldn't. I thought I had decent sized mitts, but not for that.
You sure lose a lot of them stripping it this way, eh?
Yeah, well, they're probably hitting it and going the opposite way, right?
And it's just pulling right out of their mouth.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice fish.
That was gorgeous.
And that one was smaller than the big one you lost.
Yeah, that's
Day
right,
one.
yesterday. Yeah.
Drop your anchor. We'll be right back. Tackle and gear. Here is what we've been using on the water today.
Hello, folks. We're going to talk to you about the gear that we've been using on today's episode. Rods of choice today were 10-foot 3. This is the M series in the Mystic. And this is when we were casting floating lines and indicators in the shallows. And then when we switched over and did a little bit of deep water fishing, we switched over to the 9-foot 3, and this is Mystic as well. And this is the Maverick series. And again, both lines just paired up nicely with the different lines that we're going to use, right?
Yeah, they balance nice.
Yeah, and the reels of choice today were Islanders, 3.2 on the sinking line and a 3.4 on the floating line. And speaking of floating line, this is the new Trout Boss by Cortland. A little bit heavier line than I'm used to using with them, but it really punched out in the wind and got those indicators flopped over nicely and did a good job
It
too.
shot it well, yeah.
Yeah, and then sinking lines were Type 6 and a Type 4. You and I both used different ones and had success so far with both. So either one will work. It's just counting down a little bit less or a little bit longer to get it down to depths, right? And then we could talk about the other stuff here, Cary, and this is kind of where I got to rely on you, right? I can bring that stuff and your expertise in the area, right?
Well, because we're fishing in the weeds in the shallows for the fish where they're feeding, they tend to go into the weeds. So we need to use a heavy fluorocarbon leader.
Yeah.
It pretty much starts at 10 pound.
Yeah.
That way when they wrap the weeds, you got the strength to bust them out of there.
Yeah.
So we use that. And then while we're trying to entice them to bite, we like to use all these tractor patterns.
Yep.
My personal favorite is a white leech, which is kind of odd, but it works great.
Yeah.
And then, you know, boobies work very well down deep,
Yep.
as well as these big flashy leeches.
Yep.
Just anything to attract them and get them upset and get them to strike at it.
Yeah, and then of course you can't forget the boat we're using, that Lumicraft Pro 175. I know it's a little overkill for smaller lakes, but I'm telling you, when you need the room like we do, we have 3 people in the boat at times with our camera guy and you and I mean, we're far enough apart, you know, it works good. We're not hanging up, we're not casting on each other. Lots of room to fight a fish, and it's good comfort, right, too. It's done a great job. And then, of course, I can't forget my truck, man. Without that truck towing me and getting everything all around, right? The 2014 Toyota Tundra is fantastic, right? No concerns, and just go where you got to go with the truck. So pretty lucky to have that for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, folks, we're going to follow up with a quick list for you. Get your notepads out, and we'll see you out on the water.
All tackle and gear is available at Harbor Chandler.
Got one, nice. Oh, it's been a few minutes in between fish, huh? I'm worried about leaving this one in the water because I know it's gonna get hit. Nice job. But again, we're just going back to sinking lines.
Yeah, they
It's
didn't
funny
want
how
the
they, not looking at indicators, and this guy took it down pretty there.
All right, pop that hook out.
Nice.
Say hello and goodbye to this little guy. Beautiful
Gorgeous,
trout on
yeah.
Batstone Lake.
Nice.
Say goodbye.
And gone. On down to the depths. Awesome. Well, you know what? It's been an awesome couple days. Like when we first started talking about coming up here, we talked about the fishery we were going to do, and you're talking white leeches and indicators, and then we switched over today to full sinking lines and basically stripping them like we do with boobies. And I was a little skeptical at first, I'm not gonna lie. white leeches, I've never fished white leeches, but man, they're producing.
They like them here.
Switched over, tried some different things today. It's been great. And the facilities are great. We're the only ones on this lake. This is crazy. We got Mike's over there who's running our camera boat for a bit, but other than that, there's nobody here today. Yeah. And it's just this is what you get when you go to private spots, right? It's kind of neat. And just the whole area, the saloon. Like I said, I keep seeing that thing in the background. I actually want to go back and hang out in the saloon. It's awesome, right?
And to be only 2.5 hours away from Vancouver.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the Okanagan or Kamloops. It's right here, right?
Yeah. Oh, and Jim and Heather have a fantastic spot here, and we're going to thank them for sure, and thank your wife Jamie for putting on that spread last night. I'm still full from last night's meal, and then of course Mike running the camera boat, and then yourself, right? But
it was a great time.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Glad you came and fished the lake.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm glad we did it too. And thank you, folks, for joining us on BC Outdoor Sport Fishing. We look forward to having you join us on a future episode.
Your Toyota BC Dealers presents BC Outdoor Sport Fishing, made possible by Rapala, crafted from experience. Yamaha, Conquer Outdoors. Freshwater Fisheries Society of BC, making fishing in BC even better. The Pacific Salmon Foundation, bringing them back stream by stream. Port Boat House, our official servicing dealership. Along with